In today's drawing tutorial video, I'll be showing you how to draw a Star Wars character. Hey there guys, Artistic Nick, thanks for the click once again. Today I'm going to be drawing a Star Wars character, really nice Star Wars character to draw. There's lots of detail in this, so this is going to turn out quite well with the Sharpie pen. I'm going to be drawing Darth Maul. Darth Maul was from the second set of films, the second trilogy if you want to call it that. I think he was from episode 1. No, he wasn't. Yes, episode 1, the Phantom Menace I think it was called. So using the black Sharpie pen, I'm going to find a central point, and again I'm going to find the edges of these two eyebrows. So these characters all seem to have this funny shaped frown. I guess more so when the character's either angry or evil. Darth Maul's evil. So we're now going to come out with some diagonal lines there. And this is just, there's a lot of black, almost looks like black makeup on Darth Maul here. So that's all going to be coloured in black. And then we're going to find the shape of the eye here. This consists of a lot of straight lines, this drawing. So the pupil is quite central. And then there's the circle of the iris around there. So all of this area is shaded in black. He's got these types of shapes all over his head, which give him that menacing look. I'm not sure Phantom Menace was my favourite Star Wars film. There were some good ideas in there, but ultimately I think it was a bit of a flop. Okay, so we're going to come over onto the second eye now. So we've got this diagonal shape. It's very similar shape as you would expect eyes to be on a character. We've got the pupil under there, and then we're going to come round with the eye there. Again, we've got this black, looks like eyeliner to me. Not that I'm an expert in eyeliner. This side comes through there. So we're going to fill in all of this again in the black Sharpie. You can take much more time than I'm doing on this. Make sure that you are absolutely precise and you're not coming out of the lines, and don't go over the same section too much, because the ink does start to bleed through the paper, and unless you've got something underneath you that you're working on. I've got a big thick piece of card here, but it does start to leak out. And as you're probably aware, these Sharpie pens, they're classed as a permanent marker, so they do take some getting out, and they won't come out of some things. So I've got the eyes there. We're going to find the nose now. I like to work with the nose. So the nose is almost as wide as the eyebrows, or the frown mark. So we've got this sort of shape for a nose. It's almost a triangle. We're going to come down into a point, and again we're going to shade that in. Now in between the eyebrows, Darth Maul's got again some of this makeup-y kind of black tattoo-y shapes that are all over his face. So we've got this strange looking shape here, which is almost two zigzags on either side coming down into a point. So this again is all going to be shaded in the black. Like I said before, you can take your time with this, but I want to just get across to you how we're doing this and give you something to follow. Okay, so next thing, let's find the mouth. So the mouth sits quite low underneath the nose, and we've got a lot of black again around this mouth. There's not a lot of detail. So this area here is going to be his mouth. We're going to give the hint of some teeth there, and then we've got these areas of black either side, and there's a small triangle right underneath the nose, but this time it's got a semicircle for the bottom. So we're going to fill this in black, and the side portions here are black as well. Take your time with this. And when you are doing any of these types of colouring, try and make sure that you're moving the pen in the same direction. Whether that's an up or down or side to side, really doesn't matter, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But rather than a scribbly type of technique, this just gives a much smoother coverage and makes it look slightly more realistic. Okay, so we're going to come for the sides of the face now. This comes level here, so we're going to come down at this sort of angle, and we're going to come from a similar point here down. The chin comes to here, so I've made this mark. We're going to swoop down and round and try and get this side to line up there with the dot, and the same on this side. Excellent. Okay, so you can start to see now this is taking shape. It is starting to resemble Darth Maul. I'm going to get the basic shape of the head. Darth Maul's got some horns on his head as well, so we'll fill them in as we go. In actual fact, I'm going to start with one. So I'm taking this central point here, and I'm going to make a semicircle there, and now this leads up to the first one. So that's really central. So now we've got this, I can start to get the top of the head placed in there, and I'm going to join that up, and we're going to do the same on this side. Trying to keep your pen moving is really important so we don't get this jagged line. So we've got a horn here, we've got one that corresponds on the same side, so somewhere there, just making sure that they line up roughly. We don't want one up here and one down there, or else it does look slightly odd. You'll look at it and you'll think something's out with that. And similar idea here. Okay, so we have one just above this tattooed area here, this black mark, and it looks very similar to this one because this is front on, these are side on, so you're going to see that arc there. And then we've got two smaller ones, one on this side and one on this side, and again they're roughly matching. We're going to do a little bit more of the black detail in the black tattooed areas. So we've got an area around this horn here. If this is your first time from watching one of my videos, guys, thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail. I hope it's been of help to you. If it's not, and you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. It means an awful lot to small YouTube channels when we do get people that return and subscribe and like and switch the bell notification on, which means that you're going to be updated, or you're going to get a notification when I update the channel and add new content. I've been really enjoying doing these cartoons recently. I decided to do a few sort of series of different genres. So I've been doing horror movie characters. I've been doing I've done some Super Mario characters. I've been doing Pokemon, which I've been enjoying. I've had a few comments from people on the YouTube channels and also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, which you can get me at Artistic Nick, just asking for various things for me to have a go at, and people wondering how you draw certain characters from things. So if there's anything you'd like me to have a go at that I've not covered here, drop me a message and I will endeavour to have a go at most of them for you. I've also, what I started out with when I first started the YouTube channel over a year ago now, I do graphite work, realistic portraits and the such. So I don't just do black ink cartoon characters, although I do enjoy these. I suggest go and check out some of my graphite work. I do photorealistic portraits. I've also done Boba Fett. the Star Wars character Boba Fett in pencil portrait, and it's one of my favourite pieces. It is photorealistic. It looks like it's a black and white photograph taken of him in the I think it was the film Empire Strikes Back. Maybe it was Return of the Jedi. I can't quite remember. But yeah, that's one of my favourites. So we're just filling in some of these details now, just getting them roughly mapped out. And he's got 2 dark ears that are filled out underneath the horns at the side of his head there. So they're again semicircular type shapes. So it's Halloween tomorrow here in England, and we've been looking forward to this. We did some pumpkin carving at the weekend, which they turned out well. I actually did I did Pennywise the clown. If you want to see those, if you go and find my my Facebook page, I've put some pictures up of that. So they were interesting. I did Slimer out of the Ghostbusters, and Pennywise the clown. I did the Cheshire Cat, and I did just a random sort of scene with a tree and a pumpkin in it. So yeah, go and check those out. That's at Artistic Nick on Facebook, and it's NIK instead of N1K on Facebook. So we're just drawing this. I don't know what this is called. They wear sort of a robe, don't they? The Jedis and the Sith Lords. So we've just marked this roughly out, and Darth Maul in this picture is actually holding his hand out towards the page. So this is rather big. So the finger is almost level with this, so we're just going to find the top of that, so we've got a rough idea as where we're going, and then we're coming down and around to his thumb, which then tucks back under there. So when we're drawing anything that's coming towards us, it's going to be much bigger than the things in the background, and that's going to give us that perspective and that sense of size. It's a funny little character this is. He's only got 3 fingers and a thumb. I don't know if that's true in the movies. It can't be, because it was played by a human being, and human beings don't have 3 fingers and a thumb. They have 4. And this, I'm guessing, is the end of his glove. We're coming in with some creases around the edge of this robe there. Just some idea of direction. And he's got a lightsaber in this hand. So I'm trying to get some straighter lines there and there. A little bit of detail on the lightsaber. Just a few creases now on this robe here, just to give it the look of a material. And that, I believe, is almost us. I'm just going to do a little bit of detailing on these horns just to give them a sense of dimension and the fact that they're slightly rounded. But that is almost us. So I'm going to thank you guys again once more for watching, clicking, sharing, subscribing. It means an awful lot. I've just reached over 1,600 subscribers now, so that's fantastic. If you've not subscribed, go and do it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, smack the notifications button, follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.